Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and every now and then the curiosity gets the better of me. And this weekend I was out at a local flea market, and I found this reel in a parts basket, relatively inexpensive. It's the Penn 49. It's the Master Mariner. It shares a lot of features with the Penn Squitter, in that it has an override feature to it that allows you to remove the back anti-reverse drag, and that removing that stop can enable you to backpedal the reel, saving the drags and fighting the fish. Now, these reels are fairly popular on the East Coast. Typically they're lined up with metal wire line, and that wire line is used for shark fishing. But this one got me because I'm sitting here going, what's going on and why was it in the $10 parts baskets? Well, first off, somebody decided that it would look better with spray paint, so they've taken silver spray paint and pretty much spray painted the whole reel, including the spool and the side plates and everything else for that matter. I don't know why they did that, but they decided to do that. There has been some repairs on it. These screws on the reel seat have been replaced. For whatever reason, these things are going backwards. They belong turned in, and overall it just made me ask what's going on here. There's another missing screw down here. So I suspect that what I've got here is an attempt by somebody to pick up a reel that was probably shot, repair the reel to the extent that they could, and then put it back out for sale, trying to dress it up with some spray paint or something. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this reel. Initially I bought it as parts. That's because the reel seat and the crossbars actually line up with those of the Jigmaster 501. So if you want to make a short frame Jigmaster, you would get the reel seat, the cross plates, and then the spool. And I believe the spool comes from a Penn 99, but I'm not sure, the Silver Beach. So I may go do that. I may just use this for parts, or I may decide to clean this thing up, get the paint off as best I can, and put it out there, because I know that this is a good shark fishing reel, and if everything internally works right, then we may be able to go do something there. So let's take a quick look inside. I'm not going to rebuild this reel today, but I just want to get a look inside of it, see if there's anything really funky going on in there, and if it holds true that it seems to be okay, it'll probably await my decision as to whether I want to make a short frame conversion on the Jigmaster, or if I want to go ahead and rebuild this one. These reels in good used condition can probably fetch around $30 or $40. I only paid the 10. I mean, these reels are kind of bulletproof. They were designed with the narrow frame, high capacity line, but the narrow frame idea was all about keeping the frame from twisting when you have the big fish on the line. So they went wide and narrow. I believe that some of this stuff can share properties with the Penn 6.0, just a wider frame. I'm not sure of that, but I think that you could take these side plates and run them on the 6.0, or at least run the 6.0 spool in a wider capacity. Obviously you have the double bars here in that regard. But at any rate, let's just take a quick look inside, see if this was cleaned up when all those screws were replaced. Kind of have my doubts, because these trip levers are on backwards. So I'm not quite sure what they did. They may have just taken the trip lever off to paint it. But then I look at it and there's overspray on the side plates here, so it kind of said maybe they didn't even take that into consideration when they were doing that. So let's see what we got. Oh, beautiful. So we have a completely spray painted inside. I don't know why in the world you would do that. The only thing that would make sense to me in terms of doing that would be that the the spool was off or something and they just didn't care. So this is a quandary. Do I go with the rebuild of this reel? Yep, spray painted on this side as well. Do I go with the rebuild on this reel, or do I just simply use the posts and reel seat to go do a 501 conversion and hold these for parts? So we'll see. But at any rate, this is my $10 curiosity. Many of you have heard me from time to time say I buy a lot of reels on occasion, just to what I call the price of tuition. Just to go in, take a look at the reel, find out how they work, and fix them up if they can be repaired. I have two interesting options here on this one. We'll see which one I choose in the future. I'd actually be interested in your comments about what you'd like to see, whether you'd like to see me do the conversion of the 500 to the 501 using these parts, or just go ahead and rebuilding this one. I can tell from experience this needs drags. They're one of the ways you can tell if the drags, if this is already pushed in, which it is, there's very little drag left on this one. This does have the little bit of a lip on the drag nut, which would push in, but my guess is that the drags are shot here, in addition to the other things. I'm guessing, though I don't know, that this looks like this was painted on too. Yeah, I was going to say that this was removed, but it wasn't. It was just painted over, and what a shame. All right. At any rate, if you have an idea, if you'd like to let me know what you'd like to think, see whether you'd like to see this one repaired or see the conversion of the 500 to the 501 platform using those parts, let me know, and I'll schedule a video accordingly. So enter that in your comments section. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And with this, I wish you good fishing. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle.